of you commented in the last video.
Poop.
Yes, that is indeed correct. Poop is Keemstar's favorite food. And by the way, folks, if you ever run into him, just walk him right to a toilet. He starts feasting like a pig. Anyway, folks, Billie Eilish gets backlash. Wendy Williams does the unthinkable. The situation gets even worse for the Ace family, and FaZe Banks is madly in love with me. By the way, folks, anybody else excited about the brand new Wolf of Walmart movie? Instead of doing Quaaludes, they just eat a whole bunch of chocolate-dipped Madelines. Irrelevant news. Juvenile remakes his classic Back That Thing Up song.
Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up. Dating real life, you need to vax that thing.
This is preposterous, folks. How dare Juvenile use his classic song to encourage people to take the COVID vaccine? He's gonna force people like Garnica Puff to write a strongly worded letter to have that song removed from the internet.
I dare a DJ to play this in the club.
To be honest with you, folks, I think this song is actually gonna get a lot of airplay when DJs decide they want to clear everyone out of an anti-vax party. Anyway, folks, Billie Eilish has been getting some backlash for an old resurfaced interview where she said this about her favorite cartoon character.
My favorite cartoon character, honestly, would be Cindy from the Boondocks. Because that's like me.
This is preposterous, folks. Billie Eilish likes cartoons? What kind of a world are we living in?
A white woman enjoying Boondocks? I done seen it all.
You think Billie Eilish liking the Boondocks is bad? Just wait until you find out about her favorite soap opera. In fact, let's run a clip. I have never seen anyone extract so much drama from silence.
I've been trying to tell you all about her for years, man.
We should give that anonymous person on Twitter the credit that they deserve. They've been trying to tell us about Billie Eilish for literally years, but we didn't listen.
How is she a Boondocks fan while dating a whole Klansman?
Well, it's very simple. Billie's just very good at pretending not to see. Anyway, folks, moving on to Wendy Williams and some moments that will totally not be regrettable.
I have no idea who this is. Neither does Norman. Neither does one person in this building. Maybe Sus does. Do you know who Swavey is? Clap. Clap if you know who Swavey is.
Don't you love to see Wendy talk about the lack of relevancy of a 19-year-old TikToker who was recently murdered? Just like the rest of her show, it's a perfect opportunity to lose all faith in humanity.
He's got more followers than me. 2.5 million.
On TikTok, but on Instagram, you have more followers.
Oh, folks, thank goodness that Mr. Producer is there to reassure Wendy that she's not completely irrelevant. Without him, how could she make this whole segment about the tragic death of a teenager and not about herself?
So here he is.
Thank you, Wendy, for expressing that you're over this tragic passing of this child. What would we do without Wendy's callousness?
He's 19, and he was murdered Monday morning. Swavey is now dead.
Correct.
Oh. All those
Tragic.
followers.
The most tragic thing about Swavey's passing was him losing all those followers. Thank goodness that we have Wendy Williams so far out of her mouth when she's not doing it from the other end.
She's not lonely. I apologize.
So much class and poise. And speaking of most genius statements a human being can come up with, Logan Paul said this about rapper Lil Baby about a year ago.
I'm all for the new artists, but like this one in particular, I have no idea. I have no idea what he's saying. I have none. And it all sounds the same. His tone is the same. It's all the same. I give him a year.
Here's the deal.
Logan Paul has spoken, folks. Lil Baby only has 1 year to take advantage of his career, and we should take Logan's word for it because he's known for such genius songs such as this one.
Hit me up if you ever need advice. And here, dude, take some Maverick merchandise.
Link in bio.
Everybody needs someone to idolize.
Lil Baby could never.
Logan who?
Wait, hold on, folks. Instead of clapping back immediately to Logan Paul, Lil Baby instead chose to just put in the work and wait an entire year before responding to Logan and literally embarrassing him for being so wrong? How dare he?
More like give him a year to have 100 mils.
So what if Logan Paul doesn't have $100 million? At least he got to get punched in the face by Floyd Mayweather. weather.
I was wrong about Little Baby.
Folks, don't get mad at Logan, okay? It's not his fault that he knows literally nothing about music or basically everything else in the world outside of getting punched in the head. And in other Logan Paul news, Logan Paul Jr. called out UFC CEO Dana White.
You're a bald bum who can't do an interview now without being asked about me. Pay your fighters more.
This is commendable, folks. Jake Paul is really trying to give himself the reputation of a crybaby. You gotta wonder what Conor McGregor thinks about it.
Do you expect there may be one and possibly two Paul brothers ringside also, cage side?
I couldn't care about them two dingbats.
Well, it's good to see that Conor McGregor is now keeping his insults family-friendly. And speaking of being family-friendly, James Charles invited his fans to DM him.
And if you've had experience working with marketing and thumbnails in the past, please send me a DM with examples of your work and your availability, and I would love to check them out and potentially get to work together. Thanks, guys.
What could possibly go wrong? Seriously, remind me, because very much like all of James's fan base, I have completely deleted the last 3 months out of my mind, which is probably what the Ace family wishes they could do with the last year or so of their lives, because leaked documents show that Austin was allegedly arrested last year, that the Ace family allegedly owes hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes and their mortgage, and they're about to be foreclosed on, and they allegedly have 2 liens on the house because they allegedly owe money to different contractors. One of them, they allegedly owe $750,000. But that's not where it ends, folks, because according to another set of documents, their home is allegedly set to be sold on September 22nd of this year. Anyway, folks, this garden ornament, who's known for his profound love for eating out of toilets, had a full-on meltdown on Twitter after I called him out for allegedly trying to hide an episode of his podcast where his co-host Banks addresses all the scam allegations against some FaZe Clan members.
Look at these losers. I did delete the tweet because the episode is late this week. Banks did in fact unleash hell on the Save the Kids scam, and the episode is coming out very soon. Both these clowns tried to spin it like we were hiding the episode. False.
Oh, I feel so bad for little toilet eater Keemstar, folks. He just wanted to quietly delete that tweet and pretend like nothing happened, but he wasn't allowed to.
LMAO, we were a day late on it and the leeches jump all over it and try to turn it into something it's not. You can always count on that. Episode live tomorrow.
Well, would you look at FaZe Broke Banks calling someone else a leech? He can totally do that, folks, because he's never done anything questionable in his entire career.
They pumped it and then they dumped it, explained Banks social CEO John Wingate in a phone call with Mashable, referring to FaZe Banks and those who bought into the token on his advice. Then he backed out of the deal.
What a stand-up citizen, the type of greed that makes you admire him, like the hellish demon that he is.
Wingate claims that Banks Social was a victim as well. The company claims it paid FaZe Banks to be an ambassador for the token and had a deal for a certain number of promotional posts. The token tanked shortly after Banks' promotion.
Oh no, folks, what a surprise! At the end of the day, folks, you gotta admire that a guy named Banks is literally causing a whole bunch of people's bank accounts to go empty. Because allegedly ripping off your fans is that extra flair that everybody's looking for.
Banks Social feels the dump was spurred by those within Banks' orbit who allegedly invested due to his promotion with the intent to sell quickly. And then Banks Social got caught up in the controversy of FaZe Banks promoting what turned out to be a pump and dump of their token, while Banks abruptly cut their deal short.
Wow, such good business practices.
It should be noted that looking through some since deleted posts from FaZe Banks promoting Banks Social, Banks never discloses his exact relationship with the altcoin.
Everybody is so sensitive nowadays, folks. They're micro-policing everything. Let the man live and allegedly scam whoever he wants.
I remained in contact with Banks Social. Never sold $1. If you bothered to do a single shred of research, you'd know that article was posted in bad faith and their words were taken out of context. My wallet is literally facebanks.eth, and I've never profited off of Banks Social.
I don't know about FaZe Broke Banks, but I would hold on to Banks Social right now because you never know when it's going to turn around. Now, really, though.
Def Noodles, you've got this completely wrong, and this is why you had the absolute worst reputation in this space. It's almost unbelievable how dishonest you are.
This Def Noodles character is so insufferable, folks. I cannot stand him, and I wonder how he responded.
Not only did you tweet that 3 minutes after my tweet, but the interaction doesn't exonerate you at all. If anything, it makes you look even worse, as they say no hard feelings after literally accusing accusing you of pumping and dumping. Also, how is quoting someone's words dishonest?
This Steph Duty guy, folks, you better keep an eye on him. He gets under my nerves.
Because he wasn't referring to me. Do you understand what a pump and dump is? Where's my dump? Like I said, my wallet is FaZeBanks.eth. Look for yourself. I have never sold the dollar's worth of Bank Social. I have never profited off of the selling of the coin. You're an effing scumbag.
Unbelievable, folks. That nasty Deaf Duty guy is pushing FaZe Broke Banks to the edge of his sanity. It is unbelievable to me that somebody would be allowed to do something like that. But it did stop there, folks, because FaZe Broke Banks probably got the best news of his entire day when he found out that Ethan Klein and the H3 podcast were going to be looking at all of his and the FaZe Clan's alleged scams.
Not financial advice, lol. Yeah, I don't think that's going to hold up in court, dude.
The fact that he put lol. It's like he's just acknowledging the fact that it's bullshit.
How dare they say that FaZe Broke Banks is involved in an alleged scam? Folks, we are not accepting FaZe Broke Banks slander in this house. So allow me to step outside so we can finish this conversation.
Keemstar is here running defense for his friends, covering up a scam. So quick to call out literally anyone for the smallest thing, but when it comes to his friend, he's willing to pervert and even and in times straight up even lie. Distort the truth to cover for his friends.
What? No, folks, Keemstar doesn't have time to do that. He literally has his face glued to a toilet right now so he can graze. And yes, folks, this is the third joke about Keemstar eating out of a toilet because truth is comedy. And now palate cleanser. Anyway, to finish, make sure you like and subscribe for more videos like this. If you like, will be another time that Keemstar eats out of a toilet. Tell me in the comments down below what do you think. I want to know. Check out these videos right here. They're good too. Make sure you're drinking lots of water, taking the vaccine, and stay away from stupid people. Have an amazing day, Defenders. I love all of you. Peace.